Now, the logarithm function gets kind of confusing and kind of silly, actually, in the realm of Python. Math.logx, this in fact calculates the natural log of a number. Don't ask me why the creators of the math module did this, but math.logx is in fact the natural log. That is log base e. And again, the number here that we put in the parentheses, that's what the computer is going to calculate the logarithm of. So here we're going to take the log base e of 10, and the result we get back from that will be some ugly number, 2.3. Now, if this were log base 10, then taking log base 10 of 10 should give us 1, but you can clearly see that's not what we get here. So that's something that you are definitely going to want to keep track of in your mind. If you want to take the natural log of a number, this would be the function to use. If you want log base 10, then what we have on line 14, that will be the function you want to use instead. Math.log 10, then the parentheses, then the value you want to take the logarithm of. And that actually gives us the result that we expect. And then a couple other things that we'll go ahead and demonstrate. The square root function, something that we kind of looked at when we talked about Boolean logic. Just simply take this number and take the square root of it. So in this case, this will take the square root of x, which is 10, which is that number. And then the other one that I'll go ahead and demonstrate is the exponential function. And what this will do is this will take the value of x, or the value that you put in the parentheses, and then take the number e and raise it to the power of this number. So since I'm plugging in this variable x into the parentheses here, I'm saying take the number e and raise it to the value of x, which we can see on line 4 is in fact 10. So this will raise the number e to the power of 10 to get that massive number. But that's going to do it for this introduction on Python modules. And one thing I'll sort of close out by saying, there are a ton of modules out there. We do not have time to go over every single one of them in this class, but a couple of which we're going to put a particular emphasis on. One is the math module, and the other one is something called matplotlib, which I believe stands for matrix plot library. And that is something that allows you to create graphs, but that'll be something we tackle when we go into the week 9 unit. But just bear in mind, there are a ton of modules out there, each one with their advantages and their functionality. And you could probably spend a lifetime learning what all these modules have to offer. But unfortunately, we don't have that much time in this class, so we're just going to emphasize the most useful modules. But that's going to do it for this segment on modules and how to access information in those modules and make use of it. And in the next segment, we're going to talk a little bit more about functions, but these are sort of special functions because they're not something we have to define and they're not something that we have to import. So with that, I will see you all in the next segment.